Hello and welcome to Longship Gaming. It's part 2 of Mojo Mania. We're going to put Storm, using a protection deck, up against Spiral. So, I know what I said in the last Mojo Mania video. The one with Wolverine versus Magog. I said I was going to take Wolverine through the whole thing. I decided not to. I wanted to play with the new stuff. So I decided it's going to be Storm's turn. So I decided protection for this one. At the time of recording, there were no decks up on the Champions database. So I just made my own. So we'll see how well this does. So to go over our deck for our protection cards, we have Polaris. Great for giving an X-Men character a tough card. Rock Slide. Very, very tough. 6 health. Retaliate, very expensive though. Nightcrawler. For our events, we've got 3 copies of Powerful Punch. The reason why I've included this one is there's going to be occasions where in the scenario Spiral is simply not attacking very often. So we might as well capitalize on when she attacks. She doesn't have a very large health pool. So this will help us out. We have 3 copies of Mutant Protectors. So this is the way to get expensive cards like Rock Slide out. So play only if your identity has the X-Men trait, Hero Interrupt. When an enemy attacks, put an X-Men ally into play from your hand, exhaust it, and declare it the defender for this attack. So that's great for somebody, like Polaris, could give the tough card to herself. Rock Slide has the Retaliate. Nightcrawler himself can just escape the damage and come back to your hand. So that's pretty good, if you have the resources. 3 copies of Tackle. I know it's expensive, but we want to be able to do some stunning. And I'll go over why when we look at Spiral's cards. Hangar Bay. After an ally defends against an attack is not defeated, exhaust this card, ready that ally. So that's good, again, for that combination of Mutant Protectors into a really tough ally. Ideally, I think probably either Polaris or Colossus are good for that. And 1 copy of Protective Training to put on somebody like, I don't know, Rock Slide. It can soak up a lot of hits for us. And 2 copies of Defensive Energy. So at Hero Interrupt, when you spend this card to play Defense Event, draw a card. So ideally, that's used with Mutant Protectors to bring somebody out, and it saves us a card, gives us a draw. So for our basic cards, we have Angel, Colossus, Professor X, great for Confuse, and Forge. Forge works pretty well with that Mutant Protectors as well. He can come out, he can take the hit for us, but also tutors up the X-Jet or Utopia, which are our supports, into our hand. And of course, Strength, Genius, and Energy. So to go over the scenario, it's a little more complicated one. I did a practice game just to wrap my head around it. So essentially, we're chasing Spiral through the Mojoverse, and we need to corner her and basically bully her into telling us how to get out. So she starts, we're playing an expert, of course, so stage 2, 15 health, scheme of 2, and an attack of nothing. So Spiral cannot take damage or be stunned. Threat cannot be removed from the main scheme. Forced Interrupt when Spiral would attack, she schemes instead. So this is why the main scheme, the 1-stage main scheme, has such a high threshold. So how do we get her to be, so this is on her escaped side. How do we get her to be able to be damaged and to get threat off the main scheme? Okay, so across the Mojoverse, references Forced Interrupt to when a show environment would be discarded, place it on the bottom of the show deck instead. So we've been told to extract 3 shows from the 3 random genre modular decks that are available, and then we add those modular decks into here. So when we set this up, we take 3 of them, we shovel them together, we pull 1 out, so that's the starting environment, and then we put the cornered environment in, which means that then if we find it. So the whole point is we have to search through the various shows that she's hiding in, the various environments. In order to do that, we have to get rid of the threat off the side scheme, the search for Spiral. We can do that either by thwarting it off or by taking 2 damage to remove 3. But then it just goes back on when another one's revealed anyway. So we're looking for the cornered card. So the cornered card causes Spiral to flip over. So in this case, she has a 2 scheme and a 2 attack. If there are at least 2 teleport counters per player here, remove all of them and flip to Spiral. Flip Spiral. After Spiral activates, place 1 teleport counter here. So after 2 of her activations, she's going to flip immediately back to this side, and when we can't hurt her anymore. So it's all about finding her, cornering her, being able to do some damage or to get threat off of across the Mojoverse, while dealing, of course, with all the stuff that's coming at us from the various shows. So when I set this up, I randomly chose crime, sitcom, and horror as the ones that are in here. I shuffled over the map. So our first environment is Dial M for Mojo. Each other encounter card gains Insight 1, which is not great, but each friendly character gains +3 thwart, which is pretty good. When revealed, discard each other's setting environment in play. If this card is revealed from the encounter deck, it gains Search. So it's never going to, because it has its own separate show deck, which consists of only 3 other cards. So what we have to do, search for Spiral, hope we find her, corner her, start to do some damage. We try and do a lot of damage before she flips back to the side where we can't hurt her anymore. And balance whether or not we're actually going to be able to get rid of the threat off of across the Mojoverse. Although it's very high, it's deceptive. It can move very, very fast on you. Okay, so to go over Storm, again, a little more complicated. Starts with 10 hit points. On her hero side, Ororo Monroe has a 3 recovery. She begins the game with her weather deck. I feel Storm coming set up. Choose a support from the weather deck and put it into play. So her weather deck consists of 4 different weather conditions. Hurricane. Each character gains Retaliate 1. Special, remove 2 threat from a scheme, which is pretty good. There's ways to trigger those specials. Clear Skies, permanent. Each character gains Stalwart. Special, draw 1 card. Blizzard, permanent. Each character gets -1 attack. Choose a non-elite minion until the end of the round. Treat the minion's text box as if it were blank, except for traits. And then Thunderstorm. Each character gets +1 attack. Special, deal 2 damage to an enemy. There are cards that allow us to switch back and forth between different kinds of weather. I figured might as well start on Clear Skies, because when you flip over, weather control action, swap your weather support and play with a support of your choice from the weather deck, or resolve the special ability on your weather support in play, limit once per round. So we can choose which one we start on, then we can choose to flip to another one. I think what I want to start with, drawing a card is always good, so we may end up just leaving it on Clear Skies. No, we could start with a Blizzard and then switch it easily enough. Each character is -1 attack, because we're probably not doing a lot of attacking in the early going, so hopefully it gives us a chance to build some stuff up. And I forgot to mention, so she got a 2 thwart, 1 thwart, 2 attack, and 1 defense, which is not so great. There are cards in here, of course, that boost those, but that's a pretty weak stat line. Okay, so we're going to get shoveled up. We'll be right back. It's going to be Storm hunting down Spiral to bully her into telling us how to get out of here. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're shoveled up and ready to go. We have our starting 6 cards. We have Lightning Bolt, Blast of Wind, Defensive Energy, Mute Protectors, and Nightcrawler. None of which really do us a lot of good. I mean, there is a chance on turn 1 we might be able to find her right away. But I certainly have my doubts. So we're going to get rid of Lightning Bolt, get rid of Blast of Wind. We're going to get rid of one of Mutant Protectors. All right, so Flash Freeze, Powerful Punch, Powerful Punch. When the villain attacks, so that's unlikely that that's going to be a thing. Okay, so we're going to flip over. We're going to choose to flip to Clear Skies. We're going to draw a card. Protective Training. Okay. Huh. So we have +1 thwart right now. So I think it's best for us if we play out Nightcrawler. Who has now has a 3 thwart, which is pretty good for us. And we're going to play out Protective Training. So we've got +3 hit points. So we can do a lot of work for us. So he's going to thwart. So we reveal the top card of the show deck. When the show environment will be discarded, placed on the bottom. Okay. So Dial M for Mojo. Disappears. So now it's the Mojo files. Each minion gains Quick Strike. Each ally takes -1 consequential damage after attacking a minion. So that's pretty good. 3 goes back on here. We're going to hang on to that defensive energy. We are going to thwart. Well, we only have a thwart of 1 now. So we're going to thwart 1 off of the Search for Spiral. So we can do it again easily on the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Defensive energy, tackle, X-Jet, forge, defensive energy. Okay. Too bad we got rid of our Mutant Protectors. That would have been really helpful for us. Okay. Scheme goes on. She's going to scheme for 2. So it's just 2. Counter card. She's going to attack, which she doesn't. She schemes. She's scheming for 2. So 3. So look how quick it can pile up. It's like almost at half already. Okay. So first things first, I guess. We're going to have Nightcrawler thwart. So we're going to reveal another one. It's Mojo in the middle, so we know the next one is for sure going to be Spiral. So Mojo in the middle, which is a sitcom show. Each obligation gains 1 acceleration token, or icon, sorry. After each player discards an obligation, the player draws 1 card. So 3 goes on that. We cannot at this time fully remove it. So what we're going to do one, 2, no. We're going to spend 2 for Forge. Then we can go looking in our deck or discard pile for an X-Men support. So the only other one in here is Utopia. There it is. So that comes into our hand, and then we're going to play out Utopia. Forge and Storm. You know, I think I'm going to take the damage here. Because I can't have her scheme as much as she is. So let's do that. We're going to take the 2 damage. To clear, search for Spiral. It's going to reveal Cornered, Treachery. When revealed, flip Spiral to her cornered side. Okay. This will cause her when revealed text to trigger if she doesn't have any. Reveal the top card of the show deck. Shuffle this card into the show deck. This effect cannot be canceled. Okay, so we revealed the top card of the show deck, so it cycles back around to dial M for Mojo, which is going to cause this and this to get shuffled back in. So now each other encounter card gains insight. Each friendly character gains thwart, which is really good for us right now. So we are going to thwart for 4. I'd love to do damage, but it's just not, as they say, in the cards right now. So, nope, what am I doing? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weather Goddess, Genius, Torrential Rain, Hangar Bay, and Tackle. Okay. So some thwart's going to go on. Now she's actually going to attack. So we're going to have Forge get in the way. So Forge is going to take 4. A teleport counter is going to go on to Spiral. And encounter card, which is, again, going to Incite. Because it's an encounter. Each other encounter card. Yeah, so it's Insight. A Cultist. Forced response. After Cultist activates against you, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Kraken and put it into play, engage with you. Shuffle, then discard Cultist. I don't think I want that to happen. It sounds pretty awful, to be honest. All right. Would love to do some damage to Spiral, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to here. But that Cultist is bad news. Okay, so I think we're gonna definitely change our weather support here. Okay. So we're going to do 2 damage. We're going to switch to Thunderstorm and do 2 damage to the Cultist. And then Nightcrawler can take it out. Because, honestly, I had to spend Weather Goddess for that. Love to be able to stun her here, but I don't have... Oh, no, I can't. I can actually stun her. And do a thwart. It won't do damage to her. So we're going to... Do a tackle. Sadly not doing any damage, but she's stunned. So it gives us another turn. Gonna hang on to Torrential Rain. And then we're gonna thwart for 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully we can get some damage. So Storm's Crown, Flash Freeze, Storm's Cape, and Aurora's Garden. So, yeah. Not really doing any. Built-in thwart's really good, though. Oh, I forgot to put that out. Okay, so Scheme's going to go on. She's stunned, so she can't attack. Encounter card. First response, after a side scheme is defeated, place 1 clue counter here. Then if there are at least 3 clue counters, discard this card. So we're building the case. It's an obligation. Wow. And now it's accelerating, which is not great. So, unfortunately, I don't think we're doing a lot of thwarting. Or damage, I should say. Should probably put out her crown. She gets +1 thwart. Exhaust it and generate the printed resource of your weather support. So I think we're going to do that. We have a thwart of 3, so I might as well use it while we can. I mean, 3 is just going to go back on it anyway when this flips up. Okay. So now it's Mojo in the middle. Now we'll Torrential Rain, which will get rid of this again. Which will then do this, and this will flip. So now it's the Mojo files. Not much else we can do here. Nightcrawler is going to thwart 2 off of that. So make sure you've got 1 more hit point after this. Okay. So you had a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weather Goddess, Colossus, Blast of Wind, Strength, and Weather Goddess. Okay. So, Spiral's going to attack. We're going to have Nightcrawler block, and we're going to use his ability. So that would have been 5. But we're going to teleport him back to our hand because we needed lightning or an energy resource, and our thunderstorm was out. Oh, 2 should have gone on here. I think I forgot one. So our second counter goes on, so now she's going to flip to her spiral side. And encounter card. Show must go on. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a card from the same encounter set as the current show and deals that card to themselves as a face-down encounter card. All right, so the current one is Mojo Files. So it's horror, so we don't... Then we could probably deal with the cultist. When it pops up, but it's not going to. Okay, what else do we have in horror? A vampire? No, thank you. The werewolf pack? Nope. Bandolier of Stakes. When revealed, you may spend one resource of any type to attach this card to your identity. Oh, okay. And it's certain, yeah, you know what? So we know we're going to get ourselves some weapons, which is pretty good. Okay. So back to us. Well, we want to get rid of the search for spiral again. So we're going to Weather Goddess to move 2 threat from this game. So now it's a hurricane. So this is just going to happen again anyway. So might as well just keep this 3 out all the time. That's going to finally kill off Build the Case. Because she becomes cornered again. The environment becomes Dial in for Mojo. So now she can be damaged. Oh, we triggered that. That's fine. Oh, that was already turned. And we can do a lot of thwarting again. We're currently a hurricane. Let's, while we can do it, switch to a thunderstorm, which will do 2 damage to Spiral. Each character gets +1 attack. Let's put out Nightcrawler. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's attack for 3. And then we put out Nightcrawler. It's going to stand us back up again. And then Nightcrawler is going to attack for 3. And then we're going to thwart for 2. All right. We're going to hang on to Colossus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lightning Bolt, Mute Protectors. energy, rock slide, Colossus. Okay. So. Scheme goes on. She's going to attack. We're going to have... We're going to play Mutant Protectors to put out Colossus, who is tough. And he's going to become the target of the attack. So 1, 2, so 5 just pings the tough off. Utopia's not going to do us any good here. First encounter card. All right, Surge takes 3 state counters. Now we have some state counters. Oh yeah, she attacked, so she gets a counter. That's going to incite because it's an encounter card. So now we get the Bandolier of Stakes. So when revealed, you may spend 1 resource of any type to attach this card to your identity. Which we'll do. Hero Interrupt. When your hero makes a basic attack, remove 1 state counter. Your hero gains +1 attack for that attack, and that attack gains piercing. It's pretty good. Okay. Next encounter card. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade to support your control. So right now I think that's going to be Utopia. Okay. It's back to us. So, I think we want to get a lot of damage onto her. Well, we can. So, we are going to change our weather support to clear skies to draw a card. So, torrential rain. And then we are going to lightning bolt her for 8. So she keeps all of her counters. She's still cornered. Now she has an attack of, or a scheme of 2 and attack of 3. If there are at least 3 teleport counters here, remove all of them and flip Spiral. Spiral attacks each player in player order, even if in alter ego form. Yeah, I think we're good for that. So we're going to have Nightcrawler get in the way. We can't rescue him, but so be it. Okay. So that wasn't after she attacks, so that's an activation. Okay. So I think, so she's at 17. We're going to attack. So that's 2, 3. So she'll go down to 4. 14, I should say. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Angel, Tackle, Powerful Punch, Torrential Rain, Professor X. Okay. So, threat's going to go on. She's going to attack. We're going to have Colossus get in the way. 3, 4. That's the third counter, so she flips back. Encounter guard, crime scene investigation. Side scheme. It's got hinder 1, comes in with 5. Threat cannot be removed from other schemes. Hero action, spend X genius resources, remove X threat from this scheme. Ugh. Okay. Well, I think we know what we need to do. Oh yeah, and that was in site 1. That really slowed us down. Okay. We're going to thwart for 2. Then we're going to put Professor X. We're going to confuse Spiral. We're going to thwart 3 off of here and spend, I think we're going to spend it from here. It's wild card, so we're going to say it's that. So crime scene investigation is gone. Oh, wait, we didn't even need to do that because Professor X had a thwart of 4. Yeah, there was 6. Yeah, I had 6 on it, so it had 3. And then, yeah, so I didn't need to spend the crown to do that. I'm going to change this to Hurricane to get 2 off of this. And I'm going to flip over since she's confused. And then we're going to hang on to Torrential Rain. Okay, so encounter card. That should always... No. Never mind. You know, your brain works faster sometimes than just paying attention to what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So defensive energy, forge, defensive energy, hangar bay, torrential rain, Polaris. Okay. So threat goes on. She's confused. She can't scheme. First encounter card is the Kraken. After the Kraken activates, each other character takes 1 damage. Scheme is 0, attack is 2. Each other character, that's interesting. When defeated, each friendly character heals 1. Huh. Interesting. So insights. Things are getting, excuse me, way too high there. Next one, master plan. 4 threat and a side scheme. Okay. And then Professor X is gone. Okay. We don't need to heal or anything, so we're going to flip over. Currently have a thwart of 3. The damage on this thing is not great, and there's not much I can do about it. Think we're going to put out Forge. Now we can go get Utopia. Whether we can actually end up using it is another question entirely. I think we're going to put out the hangar bay. Then we're going to torrential rain. So 3 threat comes off of here. Then we resolve the special ability or relieve us to take 2 off. Okay, so sir, that's gone. So it comes back to, oh, cornered, okay. We can't be that one again, we know that. So it's going to be Mojo Files. Corner goes back in here, there we go. Ally takes -1 consequential damage after attacking a minion. No, that's pretty good. So she flips. And she's going to attack. So 3, I'm just going to take it, so it's 4. We're going to use Weather Goddess. Switch to Thunderstorm. So the Kraken is going to take 2. We are currently attacking for 4. Because we have our stakes. So it's going to kill the Kraken. Oh, I should have done this in a different order. So what I'm going to do is attack Spiral with Forge to do 2 damage. And then take out the Kraken. And that's going to heal Forge and heal Storm. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we can get something like a Blast of Wind's good. Powerful Punch is good. Don't think we're going to be able to do enough. Well, let's see. Okay. So Spiral's going to attack. Attacking for 3. Forge will get in the way. Counter card. Elementary, my dear Mojo. When revealed, choose one. To remove all threat from a side scheme to the main scheme. That side scheme is defeated. Interesting. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded and reveal that card. Well, we don't really want to do that because... Oh, I think I forgot to put some threat on there. Because it is pretty high and we would just lose. So we're going to have to go get ourselves a side scheme. Dragnet. Hinder 1. Villain cannot take damage. Ugh. Spend strength resources to remove threat from the scheme. Okay. I mean, at least we can thwart from the main scheme, but we're not going to be able to do any more damage. So, and we forgot to Powerful Punch there, but I think that's good because we need to do what we can do here. So we're going to switch to Hurricane. So it goes down to 4. Then so it's 2. All right, we're going to Torrential Rain. And 3 from Monk Schemes and trigger special ability. Okay. So we're going to get 3 off the main scheme. Since we can do that right now. We're going to spend our last 2 here to get 2 off of this. Oh, sorry. Need to trigger that first and then do that. So there we go. So that's gone. And do we attack here? Do we save our stakes? We're attacking for 3. I mean, any amount of damage here at this point is good. So, no, we don't need to do that. We're going to attack. Yeah, we're going to use up the last of the stakes. So it's an attack of 3. It's down to 9. And we took 1 from retaliate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tackle, flash freeze, storm's cape, protective training, and tackle. Okay. So, scheme's gonna go on. Spiral will attack. We're going to use the crown to play a flash freeze. So she's at flat nothing. So we take 2. But she takes 1. Oh no, it's not that anymore. There's no more retaliate. Oh no, I have retaliate. So yeah, I do. So she's down to 8. These clear off. She flips over. Okay, she's within reach now. Encounter card, Odd Couple. Reduce your ally limit by 2. Alter Ego action, exhaust 2 characters you control, shuffle an ally from your discard pile into your deck, and discard this obligation. Okay, so we currently have the Odd Couple obligation, but there's nothing we can do about it. Okay. So we have to find her again. So we're going to play out Storm's Cape. +1 defense and gains aerial. After you resolve the special ability on your weather support, exhaust Storm's Cape, Ready Storm. So. We're going to change to Clear Skies. We're going to draw a card. Oh no, so first of all, before we switch, let's do this the smart way. We're going to thwart for 2. We're going to switch to Clear Skies to draw a card. Okay. I want to keep that in hand forever because it's Lightning Bolt. We're going to exhaust Storm's Cape, stand back up again. We are going to, and it's going to be very risky, but just what's going to have to happen. We're going to flip over and we're going to heal. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lightning Bolt, Powerful Punch, Rock Slide, Nightcrawler, Mute Protectors, Mute Protectors. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, our ally limit is 1 at the moment. Exhaust 2 characters you control. Oh, I see what I have to do. Shuffle an ally for discard pile into your deck and discard it. Okay. Interesting. So, scheme's going to go on. Scheming for 2, 4. Ugh. Oh, let's see here. So that's 9, 14. Oh, wow. Encounter card. Growing Pains. Increase the cost play each year upgrades by 2. Alter ego action. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, discard this obligation. Okay. So. Discard an upgrade you control or discard an upgrade from your hand. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, discard... Oh, I see. I've got 2 upgrades. I don't think I'm playing any upgrades. So, sure. So we have to go really hard on finding the files. Okay, so we're going to flip over. We're going to thwart. Ah, cornered. Excellent. Although this might... No, this might be really good for us. Okay. So we know Mojo files can't be the one. So it's dial in for Mojo. So she's going to flip. She's going to attack. But we can play out Mutant Protectors to bring out Rock Slide. So she's going to attack 3, 4, 5. So he's going to take 5. She's going to take 1 from the retaliate. So that spiral. Oh, I think we just have it here. Yeah, because we could, after he defends and is not defeated, ready that ally. We can just lightning bolt her. We have the resources to do it. Wow. So she gets lightning bolted for 8. Wow. That was an incredibly lucky last turn. Had we not gotten cornered when we did, I don't think we would have gone another turn. But wow. Okay. Rock Slide, MVP, MVP probably. I mean, my goodness. He really saved us there. We had some other abilities to do some damage, but just finishing off Spiral with a massive lightning bolt is well, quite it's pretty good, not gonna lie. Okay. Well, that deck worked pretty well, so I think I'm going to publish this up on the Marvel Champions database. I mean, it is extremely luck-based. I don't know if... Well, Powerful Punch really didn't do anything for us there. And we didn't really have that Graven Engine going, but wow. I think we really got lucky in that one. But you know what? I'd rather be lucky than to lose. So there we have it. So Storm defeats Spiral. She bullies her and says, hey, how do I get out of this crazy place? I want to go home. So then we will deal with Mojo in the next video with the only other mutant, sort of mutant that we have. I'll keep that as a surprise for now. Anybody watching the channel may know there has been one of the mutant, but he was very early. He is very early in the channel. It's not one of the X-Men. But we'll see how that goes. So, until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.